So we have stated that fall arrest is a system or a device that will stop you from falling or that will stop you from hitting the ground whilst you are working it out. Your fall arrest no limit kit, it consists or it comprises of 5 items. For starters, you should get a full body harness or a body protection harness. The safe working load here is 120 kgs, but never exceed 150. I will share it on this full body harness or the body protection harness. All right. If you want to understand on how to put on the harness, you are abide to hold it in that manner. This is the back side of the harness here. All right. And then here there is an A, which means this is your back dorsal DV or the back fall arrest attachment point. That's why there is an A here. Are we together there? Then this is our quarterly inspection tag. We are in the quarterly inspection of tagging in yellow. Are we in agreement? I'll explain further what it means. Okay. After a good inspection has been done, we visit onto this sticker or onto this placard the date of manufacture, the manufacturer's name, the serial number, and the SABS unit standard must be there, or the SAB standard must be there. What is SABS? South African Bureau of Standards. Very good. This is an association that has been put in place to make sure that each and every product made here in South Africa is of quality before it reaches to the end user. Period. Are we together? Alright? Then, as you go on, we've got a pouch here, whereby if you open this pouch, you come out right. Why? Because we've got this strap here. This is your suspension trauma strap, or the suspension trauma loop. It has been put in place for one to stand into. In the event that you have slipped and slide, you are now hanging in a confined space whereby you cannot be able to return back onto the structure. You then have to deploy, then you put either one foot inside or you put both feet inside. Why are you doing so? So that as you are hanging, your blood circulation will keep on circulating. Your vascular system will keep on circulating. So one may wonder, what is suspension trauma? Suspension trauma is a situation whereby a human being is kitted up in this harness, then the harness is connected on an anchor point. Then the weight of the human being opposing the direction of the harness that has been connected on an anchor point. It is also known as the orthostatic intolerance syndrome, or the orthostatic syndrome, or the hanging harness syndrome. Are we together there? So for us to encounter suspension trauma, the harness must then have the suspension trauma step or the suspension trauma loop. Here at Height Safe 360, we have the pride and the confidence in the sense that we manufacture our own equipment, which is advantageous to you right now. Why? Because if you were to purchase by us, you will then also understand better the equipment because we train upon our equipment. Are we in an agreement there? Am I speaking to something? Alright. So if you do have the suspension trauma step in place or the suspension trauma loop in place, it gives you a rescue awaiting period of maybe 48 hours if you may, but you don't exceed 48 hours before you get this. I will get it. But if you do not have the suspension trauma step in place, you only have got 15 minutes. After then, it's kidney failure, lung failure, then it shutters off the brain. Why? Because oxygenated blood won't be able to keep on circulating. Are we in agreement? Alright. Any questions? Any questions? I am going to ask you questions. Okay, for the time being, it's loud and clear. Yes, Summer?
So, I'm trying to find the best place to put it.
Yes.
I'm hanging on what is counterweight.
Yes.
So when I'm standing on
You then stand into this strap. You are compensating the feeling as if you're on the ground. Are we together there? Because without the suspension trauma step, on your groin area it will be clogged. So blood circulation won't remain viable to keep on circulating. Are you satisfied? Is it making sense? Alright. So this is the full body harness or the body protection harness. Alright? Okay, it takes us to the second component. Okay, these are our anchor slings, or the 60 centimeter round anchor slings. Are we together there? They are for anchorage purposes and to create extensions. On some of our sites, our pile hooks or scaffold hooks cannot engage or connect onto. The departure point will be to use the anchor slings, then we connect each hook. I'll show you on the practical task, the anchor sling. Are we together there? The safe working load of each anchor sling here should be 220 kg, safe working load. Alright? If you are working in a harsh environment or you are dealing with hot work, we then advise you to use the ones that are metallized or that are made of steel. If it's a friendly environment, yes, you can departure with the ones that are made of wood. Are we in agreement there? Alright, then it takes us just around here, the third component or item. This is your double shock absorbing lanyard. Double absorbing lanyard. Some of you are cheating me, you're just going double shock. No, it doesn't look like that. It's a double shock absorbing lanyard. Double shock absorbing lanyard. This is one of your fall arrest devices. We do have plentiful fall arrest devices. Are we in agreement? This is one. I will show you plentiful of them at a later stage. Alright. So this part of the double shock absorbing lanyard, this is your quick link or your oval lining. Are we together? Ilana, sayingiza with double shock, sayingiza with quick link or oval lining. Are we together there? Then this is your shock absorber. Are we in an agreement? This is the shock absorber. The shock absorber has been put in place to do what? To absorb the shock during your fall and to protect your spinal cord. Guess what? This will then deploy at 600 kg as you take a fall. It's your weight times 4 and the depth that you are falling at. Are we in agreement? Alright. Then the safe weighting load here, you get 100 kg safe weighting load. Then here, I've got my adjustable lanyards. They can be made longer or shorter depending on the scope of work that you're attaining. Are we still in agreement? Alright, then here, we've got 3 names. Either you can say pylon hooks, or scaffold hooks, or double action hooks. Good mannerisms or good workmanship will state that never drop the hooks to the ground because they are easily doubled if you're going to do so. Are we together? Right. How do you operate? You can then, where there's grip here, you put your power, you access to the opposite. You let go, it must be able to return on its own. Are we still together? Alright. Then it takes us to the next item.
Sorry, before you move on.
Yes, sir.
Do I still need the full body analysis?
Yes, these are all components that are going to be joined together to create a what? A full arrest equipment. Alright. It's a full gear. We are now letting you or enlightening you on each and every item. So you know what it is. Okay? But that's a very intelligent question. I do appreciate it. I like it. Alright. If you are thinking of sleeping in the class, you are just in the wrong place at the wrong time. But I definitely grant you that you are at the right place at the right time. I will render service to what you have paid for. Alright, let's get to the next item. This is your hardened or your helmet. When we work at heights, we are abiding to make sure that the hardened or the chin strip always has what? A chin strip. Why? Because you are abiding not to drop the hardened or to drop any items whilst you are at heights. Are we in agreement? Okay. The moment you get a discoloration or an abrasion or a crack, report, remove, and replace immediately. Are we in agreement? Okay. Then the last item in our kit, it will take us to the work positioning. Eh? Aye. Say again. You are almost there. Work positioning lanyard. Work positioning lanyard. The work positioning lanyard has been put in place for one to use both hands whilst you are working at heights. Are we together there? This is not a full arrest device. You can't just sit here without having either your hooks or any type of full arrest device. Are we together there? Safe working load here, we've got a 220 kg. Alright, my question to you, gentlemen, what's the lifespan of this equipment in circulation? Where do we draw the line to say, no, our equipment is now old enough, we can't keep on maybe using it, or it must go for a major inspection? What will be the lifespan? What do you think? How many years? 5? Yes?
12 months.
12 months? 3 years? I like it you are saying something. Actually, you can keep quiet. Right. The correct version or the correct answer is 5 years. Are we together? Why does the law state 5 years? It's because of the weather conditions that we succumb here in Africa. Are we together? You take the same equipment to Europe, then it's granted 10 years. Okay? 3 years is not wrong. As per company policy, some companies want to sit on 3 years because of their scope of work. Are we in agreement there? Am I speaking to someone? Alright. Great stuff. Any questions? Any questions? No questions. Okay, so before you can put on to this gear, there should be an inspection that takes place. We've got hardware and software on the equipment. The hardware part of this equipment is made of metal, as you can see, right? What affects metal? Yeah, what affects metal? Water affects metal in the sense that it then creates corrosion or rusting, isn't it? So rusting, bendings, and cracks are of our worry. How do we do the inspection? We then have to visualize. Alright, to visualize and do a hand view inspection, checking for cracks, checking for rusting or corrosion. It's of our worry. Maybe also some sharp edges that might also arise depending on the area of concern. Alright? Then we've got the software part of this equipment. It's made of webbing. What affects webbing? Stitching, cuts, frames, unusual soft sections, unusual hard sections. Not forgetting discoloration due to chemical exposure is of our worry. Okay, am I speaking to someone? Are we in agreement? Alright. Then, if you were to put on this harness after a good inspection has been done, alright, I do not record or recommend you to put on the harness first. Why? This would be a technical mistake. Because if you were to approach your quickly or your overmally and then you try to connect at the back, you have eyes at the back, you might end up connecting on the wrong segment instead of the actual harness. So before you put your harness, the first thing you must do after a good inspection has been done is to make sure that the quick link will engage exactly where the A is, because this is a back dorsal tuning or a back fall arrest attachment point. Alright, can you see that? Then there is a screw gate. Make sure you close it all the way to the end. You reach to the end, just a slight turn to the opposite so that it's not a mission for you to untie. Am I speaking to them? Right. How do you put on your harness? You put it on like a jacket. Left to left, right to right. Are we in agreement? Okay. I find this disheartening, gentlemen, if you are to work on site whereby you are having straps that are hanging loose. You see that one? That's a shoulder strain, isn't it? Okay. You are not allowed to work on any active site whereby there is moving machinery. If this goes to an active conveyor belt, where are you going to go to? You're going to follow the conveyor belt, right? You must let us know how was the journey going to the conveyor belt that is in. You survive the journey going there. Alright, so what are we saying? That's quite dangerous. So you pull up, okay? Make sure you've got your rubber band or your elastic guide. It says number 1 there, okay? So what you do, you fold there, you secure. What happens to the left must comprise to the right hand side. Then here, we've got also male and female chest buckle. So we always start from the top going down. Are we in agreement? Okay. Male and female chest buckles, we refer to these as quicklings, alright? You engage, there should be a click inside. You pull vice versa, it must stay together. These are some of your ground checks. Here, you maintain 4 fingers, not too tight, not too loose, exception of 4 fingers, alright? So here, according to my biological structure, I'll then adjust in accordance, alright? Why are you maintaining 4 fingers? So that if you're to hang or slip and slide, it's not going to tighten you tight. There was an exception of 4 fingers. Are we still together there? Am I speaking sense? Okay, so these are your ground preparations, okay? And safety measures and checking if everything is also suitable to do right. Then it takes us to the waist. Male and female waist buckle incline. So sometimes you guys are able to go go straight to the good connectors. Sometimes you end up making a mishap, whereby you take a leg strip to a waist. That mishap must never happen because the tool looks the same. If you do this, you get cross, you crash them high. Are we in an agreement? Okay, so I always reckon that it's always thumbs up. You put your left thumb on the left side D, that's your left side D. You put your other thumb in the right side D, then you lift up, you conjoin together. If you do this, there's no quagmire of confusion. There's no any confusion because you can really see that this connector really belongs to that one, even after 6 months worth of training. Alright? Height Safe 360 harnesses are very easy to put on. Okay, that's the good part of it. You're trained upon. Alright. According to your biological structures, we maintain how many fingers? 4 fingers. That's very good. Then here, according to my biological structure, 4 fingers are just there. Then we secure with our elastic guard. Alright. Then it takes us to the next stretch. Please be advised that after purchasing such type of equipment, you can't take it to your personal tailor. Only the manufacturer has got the right to do so, to do it, to keep on doing modifications. Not you as an individual. Right, then it takes us to the leg straps. Alright, that would be like the 5. If you do this, good luck. Alright, then the connector right there, the connector right there. It's not a problem when you're walking on the ground. But if you miss it there, alright, what's going to happen? That axe is not going to forgive you. From where it is there, it might reach here. This might come out and something might pass out from the exhaust. Please put your apples in one basket. Alright, so what are we saying? Left must go to left, right must go to right. Yeah, that's what we're here for training. We need to train you to understand. Okay, are we still together then? Right, then the left goes to the left side. Not too tight, not too loose, exception of 4 fingers. So then I'll then adjust in accordingly. High 4 fingers. There we go. There we go. Okay. Alright. Guess what? If you're right-handed, we expect you to have your pilot hooks, your double action hooks, or your scaffold hooks to the right-hand side of the side G. Okay. Then the suspension trauma step has to be set prior before you commence work. It has to be set prior. Then such a set. So you press here, then let me reset mine. Okay, so this is a reset. Okay, can you see that? As I press onto, if I have this scenario, this is as good as I don't have one in place. Okay, so I press here, then I pull up. Your ankle level or your ankle size, according to your vertical challenge. I am a vertically challenged person. My setting is not good enough for some. Alright, so each and every person has got their own setting in accordance with their height. For me as a vertical challenged individual, I'm just around there. I put my foot inside, there should be pressure in my shoulders. Alright? If not yet, I then do slight maybe adjustments. Alright? Then confirmation. When that happens, you then step out. Remember, we work as a team when we work at height. Otherwise, if you work alone, you die alone. So you need to make it even here. Alright? You make it even. The crew member can also make it even for you. Can you see that? So when you guys get chance, everyone will face one direction, the other person is pouching the other one is pouching the other. That's a sequence, is it? Alright, so here, when this happens, you then aim for precision. Alright, or that person will aim for precision. And you see what's happening now? I'll close mine in that direction. Great, can you see that? Alright, then the next step is to appreciate the work positioning lanyard. To be balanced as I gear up, these will then be connected to the other side. Okay, that's your snap hook, alright? So to open this side, I have to press here at the same very moment I disengage this side. Let go, it must be able to turn on its arm. So as you do that one, alright, you have to make sure you connect both. I find this as a tricky guys. Are we in agreement? Okay, so what I reckon on is that this has to be tucked just around onto the gear. Okay, so these are your gears. We Never put heavier equipment that exceeds 8 kilograms. All right. If you are trained properly or as a qualified individual, as you go up and down, please be advised that we're going to use this scaffolding and we are climbing from the outer side of things. Why? We need to assimilate working height. The norm of the normalcy will be obviously to use our staircases on sides, isn't it? But for us to be able to commemorate or to accept the good ways of climbing and understanding what we need to cover according to the unit standard, we have to climb from the side. Okay, are we in agreement? Okay, if you're trained properly, you have to understand or appreciate that the shock absorber has to stay above the shoulder at all times. When you ascend or when you descend, are we in agreement? This has to be here at all times. If you do not do so, then you are climbing up and down. Then these are connected onto the latest. If you slip and slide, what's going to happen to the shoulder? You're going to dislocate the shoulder. Are we together? And that's dangerous in terms of safety. Am I speaking to someone? Are we in agreement? All right, lovely, great stuff. I need to see smiles as well. Why are you so serious? Because I am serious. Yes, I don't joke about it. Sorry, I don't. Okay, don't make a mistake of doing this good way. Then you take the anchor slings above the shock absorber. If you do this again, if you slip and slide, what's going to happen? That becomes a choking hazard. You know what they say during the investigation? They will just say he or she committed suicide. Why? Because the right lady was provided right. Okay. So if you commit suicide, it will really look suicide. Okay. So these must be then approached in another different area. So that if you slip and slide, it has nothing to do with that. Anchor slings. Are we in agreement? Right. Then these are your front fall arrest attachment points. Front fall arrest what? Attachment points. Which means this harness also can appreciate front connections. And you can also take back connections. Okay? As we go through our unit standard, the 22998, explain and perform fall arrest techniques, we will show you how to engage different fall arrest devices onto our equipment to create a fall arrest system. Anyway, are we still together? Am I speaking this up? Alright, then we have, as I stated, we have done the inspection, we are happy with the hardware. There is a cradle here, it's one size fits all. So you adjust according to what you are. Alright? And this one goes in place. We expect you to have 2 fingers here. Alright? Not 4 fingers now, 2 fingers in the cradle. Sort it out. Okay. For good housekeeping, we've got good numbers on to our kids. P1, kid 15. Then we put the numbers on the wall. Okay? So you check the K number when you are done kitting up. Then you hand the number of the hand of the bag on the right number. So that when we dig it, we will take the right equipment into the right bag. Are we in agreement? Any questions on the side, gentlemen? Okay, I'm excited. Why? Because each and every person here, we do have our own kids. Please kindly kit up, do the inspection, do not spend more time because we've got more practical tasks to watch. Thank you, sir. That's good. 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 That's good.